those things as people who are responsible.
Look, I want to be very clear on this. I don't think anyone deserves to be beaten by law enforcement, but oftentimes, and I want to keep saying this until it all starts to become clear to those who are sort of still in a fog about this. Suspects oftentimes require force to be restrained.
There you go.
So, if you were beaten, you weren't beaten because the police were trying to make an example out of you. You were beaten because, for some reason, you required force to be restrained.
There you go.
Is that correct?
And every time except one. But, regardless, I'm not in agreement with the cops ever beating anybody. The situation, though, because of the suit crap that we got going, these people that are suit happy, we're going to end up paying a price for that.
We'll see. We'll see. Don't be so quick to jump to make a judgment about how we're going to be throwing good money after bad. I've heard so many people make all kinds of predictions about lawsuits in this city, and consistently people are wrong.
Good. I want to be wrong there, too.
Well, I don't know that you are. All I'm saying is I think it's awfully premature to make a judgment about any kind of a compensatory damage lawsuit verdict for these people.
Yeah, great. I just know I reap what I sow. When I do bad things and irresponsible, make bad decisions, I usually get what I got coming to me. Now, as far as being beaten, one former time, I didn't have it coming, but my mouth got me into the trouble. So, we do get what we kind of deserve. And these guys, I saw all the footage. They didn't really deserve the kind of treatment, but they were still dealing with
Howard Rosenberg today in the L.A. Times, who I often take issue with, but today wrote an excellent article about this instance, and one of them was that he was talking about how the news is flashing these buzzwords. A brutal beating is what ABC's Good Morning America called it, and the appearance of, to me, it just smacks of sensationalism. He talks about, as for the second victim, the videotape shows a seemingly passive person identified as a woman appearing to be hit with a baton, perhaps twice, but hardly being clubbed over and over. And that's how Channel 2 News described what happened. Again, it may have happened, but the evidence isn't on the screen. And what about that woman? Numerous TV accounts have described footage of a deputy smashing her head, those are quotes, onto the hood of a pickup truck. Perhaps that is what happened. If you look closely, though, the footage shows only a woman being aggressively slammed against the hood with her head down prior to being cuffed with her hands behind her back. Does her head hit the hood? Possibly, but it's hard to tell from the overhead camera angle. Was there intentional, quote, smashing of her head onto the hood? Possibly, but that also can't be determined from this angle. And I want to caution people when they see this videotape, are you seeing something that is accurately portraying what is happening, or is it because of the angles in which it was shot and the distance from which it was shot, appearing to be something that it may or may not be? And all I'm suggesting to people is to stand back a little bit and to not rush to judgment about this.
And as far as the media goes, as reporting it, they use all sort of really powerful words, and words are really powerful anyway.
Especially when you shout them over and over and over. Yeah. To keep calling this a brutal beating and all the other words that they're using. To me, a brutal beating leaves someone hospitalized. No one was hospitalized in this instance.
Now, Rodney King was hospitalized.
Rodney King was hospitalized.
Yeah. But Rodney King was also on some major psychedelics, right?
Well, you know what? The jury's still out on all of that. Yeah. Apparently, he was intoxicated, but as for his drugs, I don't know if that information was ever released.
It might have been necessary for him to have been beaten into submission because he would not.
We talked about Rodney King enough.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, I appreciate your call, sir.
Right, partner,
thanks. Bye-bye. Let me take a quick break and take some more of your calls when we return after a check of traffic. It's 9:50, and Steve Julian is now in the KFI Traffic Center with the latest.
Thanks, Mr. KFI. On the northbound Hollywood Freeway, just beyond Hollywood Boulevard, cars spun out, and it's blocking the slow lane right now. In Lawndale, San Diego northbound on the Inglewood on-ramp, there's a car fire. It's mostly put out waiting for the tow truck right now. In Orange County, 405 northbound, the Euclid off-ramp is partly blocked with a collision. And right now, the Inland Empire is running accident-free. It's a great drive through most of Southern California right now. KFI is the talk station that does all the traffic. I'm Steve Julian in the KFI Traffic Center.
So you're looking for an aggressive savings plan. Those words don't usually go together. But if you mean you want extra growth without extra risk, then California Federal has a certificate of deposit just for you. It's called the Double Flex CD, and here's how it works. First, you can build your savings by adding money throughout the term of your CD. Plus, if interest rates go up during the term, just ask CalFed to boost your rate too. That gives you one more chance to maximize your earnings. Just call 1-800-CALFED-4 or come into your local branch for more information. The Double Flex CD. Now that's what I call an aggressive savings plan. It's the best of both worlds, and it's waiting for you at CalFed.
Get 5.25% annual percentage yield on a one-year Double Flex CD. Rate subject to change without notice. Rate change option valid once during term. $1,000 minimum to open. California Federal Bank, a federal savings bank, member FDIC.
Your Pacific Bell spokesperson here, stranded at a rest stop on Highway 80. My vehicle won't start. Night is falling, and I am calling my mother for help. And I'm reminded of how often she discusses canasta strategy with her friend Bert. But again, I will try to call. As darkness falls and the temperature drops, I remember that wolves tend to hunt at night. I now seriously wish my mother had call waiting from Pacific Bell, so she would know that someone was calling and would not miss her son's desperate plea for help. We would discuss frostbite, hypothermia, what my hands might look like without digits.
Order call waiting from Pacific Bell, the easy way to avoid missing calls. On 1-800-PAC-BELL, the Pacific Bell Network. How will you use it?
I am now sleeping in my crippled vehicle covered only by my standard issue gray blazer. I will phone Mom again tomorrow. Good night.
May not be available in all areas.
Hello, this is Chester Joyce. You know, the forklift guy from Wick's Furniture. The big guy's been having very lofty thoughts lately.
Chester, do you know the meaning of the word everything?
Ooh, sounds big, sir.
Well, that's exactly what we're putting on sale. Everything!
Wow, that is big. It's Wick's Furniture's very big 24-hour everything's on sale sale. And it's on now through Thursday. Great savings everywhere you turn. On sofas in every style and color. Bedding, any furniture you need. Very special savings off Wick's already low, everyday low prices. Plus, get this. Put no money down, nothing, with no monthly payments and no interest charges due till April 1997. That's 1 year when you use or open a Wick's charge. See store for details. So, come to Wick's Furniture's 24-hour everything's on sale sale. It's now through Thursday till 10 p.m.
Chester, who says you need money to buy furniture?
Not you, sir. This is Chester George for Wick's Furniture. Gotta go!
Wick's Furniture's big 24-hour sale is on now. Hurry in.
In Norway, according to legend, if you're awake at dawn on Easter morning, you'll see the sun dance. On the island of Malta, children rise early to join a procession for the blessing of Easter sweets. And in Bermuda, the day begins with a traditional codfish and banana breakfast. There are a lot of reasons to get up early on Easter morning, but making dinner isn't one of them. Not when Pavilions makes a delicious roasted lamb dinner using only fresh ingredients. Tender, boneless leg of lamb roasted with herbs and garlic with a yogurt mint sauce. On the side, red potatoes with garlic and mint, and grilled fresh vegetables and shallot vinaigrette. From the bakery, a loaf of thick crust rosemary bread with creme brulee to finish. Just heat, serve, and take credit. Dinner for six is $79.95. The Easter lamb dinner, one of the delicious ideas that make Pavilions a world of difference.